My name's Ian Lancaster. I'm the Club and County Support Manager here at the LTA. I'm really here just to say thank you for attending tonight's webinar and to really make sure that we hand over to Ben in good style and allow Ben to fly through these slides for us. This is, I think it's the second of the most recent webinars we've got planned with Easy Fundraising. We did one back in December, just before Christmas. And we obviously will have lots more planned throughout the year as well, and lots more from ourselves and Easy Fundraising. So watch this space, look at the venue newsletters, and keep an eye on the webinar schedule on the LTA website. I will pop a link in to the webinar schedule just so you can see all the different topics that are going on and what's planned. And also there you can see and access any of the previous webinar recordings that we've done. And sort of digest those at your pleasure. So I'll pop that in the chat function whilst we're talking. And really all that left for me to do is I'll hand over to Ben and let Ben steer you through this. And I'll come and join you towards the end.
Great stuff. Thanks, Ian. And welcome, as Ian says, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It is scheduled for an hour, but it's unlikely we will have to take a total hour for this evening's session. I'm planning on doing quite a little bit of sharing of the actual website as well, so you won't be bombarded too many slides. I like to show you exactly what's happening on Easy Fundraising and show you how easy it is to use. But we'll get started. So hopefully this evening you are here for Easy Fundraising, and we're going to show you how to turn online shopping into donations for your club. Easy Fundraising is an online service using our website, our donation reminder and our app that does turn online shopping into free cashback for your club. So tonight is about how you can raise additional funds for your tennis club. And I should start at the very, very start and say Easy Fundraising is a free service. So your club doesn't have to pay anything to be a member. You don't have to pay anything to take your money out. It is a totally free service. My name is Ben Harper. I'm the Partnership Manager for Easy Fundraising, and I work closely with the LTA and other sports national governing bodies to help support sports clubs to really maximise easy fundraising. My background is in sports development, and I was on the board of Tennis Shropshire for quite a few years as well. So tennis is a sport that's really close to my heart. So I'm really glad I was able to have a chat to chance you this evening. Please do introduce yourself in the chat box. I will be having a look at chat and Q&A throughout the session. So please do pop whether or not you're raising with Easy Fundraising or not, and which club you're from. And as I said, please do pop any questions, however big or small. Don't worry if you feel like it's a daft thing to ask, please don't. Just pop anything you do have, any thoughts into that chat box, and we can help you with those. And as I said, we are also recording the session, so feel free to sit back, have a cup of tea, enjoy the rest of your tea if you're having your tea at this point, and please do enjoy the session. We'll be sending the slides out as well, so don't feel like you have to make notes or jot anything down. By the end of this session, you should know how Easy Fundraising works. You should know how to get started. Hopefully you'll know a little bit more as well about the free support that you'll receive as a club and as one of our partner clubs from the LTA. And you'll know about the big donations that you can raise as well. So there are some really, really good ways of raising big donation with Easy Fundraising. And towards the end of the session, I'm going to share a little bit around how to actually do that with Easy Fundraising. So Easy Fundraising really does mean more funds for your club. So as I said before, it is a cashback service that your club can use to turn your online shopping into free cash for your clubs. You'll see at the top of the slides and throughout the session, there is a Scan Me QR code. Please do scan that if you want to go straight to the registration page, and you can sign up for Easy Fundraising within a couple of minutes. If you want to do that now, feel free, and you'll be able to follow through the demonstrations that I'll show you in the session. So if we just click through here. So Easy Fundraising does mean more funds. As I said, it is a free online fundraising portal, and it helps you to get those free donations when you, your supporters, your sponsors, anyone involved in your club community shops online. It doesn't just have to be you as the fundraiser. It is really about the power of your community. So that might be the tennis coaches that you have, that could be parents, of kids that come to your sessions. It could be corporate sponsors that you have. It could be anyone who is associated with your tennis club can shop for you. And following tonight's session, you can have your own registration page, so you'll be able to get started straight away. As I said, it's super easy, it's super reliable, and also really safe. So we're part of the Institute of Fundraising, and you'll see our Trustpilot there as well. We are rated 4.7 on Trustpilot with over 3,000 reviews. So please do go and have a look at our Trustpilot. We feel like it's the best advert about Easy Fundraising. Our members, our supporters, and our groups talking about us. So please, if you've got any thoughts or any feelings about not signing up, please do have a look at Trustpilot. And we love when we get great feedback on that. So we've helped organisations and groups to raise over £39 million, and that has just ticked over to £39 million, and we feel like we're going to get to 40 million quite soon. And that is for churches, guides, groups, sports clubs, charities, for individuals. So we support a huge amount of different organisations to fundraise through Easy Fundraising, and we support thousands of tennis clubs to do that as well. So you'd be happy to know we've had some really successful tennis clubs over the last couple of years who've signed up with Easy Fundraising as part of our LTA sponsorship, and have already started to really use their funds to help them move their club forward. Easy Fundraising works in partnership with over 6,000 online retailers, and with Easy Fundraising, through our portal, you'll be able to shop. You'll start your journey with Easy Fundraising and then shop with one of these online retailers. So obviously you will have hopefully been aware of the massive increase in online shopping over especially the last 18 months. And obviously online shopping has been a lifesaver for many during the pandemic, as it's been a really safe and easy way for people to still get those things, still have those treats, have those takeaways, but also things like your online grocery shopping that you were able to do during the pandemic. So online fundraising, online shopping has grown and grown and grown over the last couple of years, and we know that it's going to grow even more within 2022. So whereas previously you may have been having discussions across your club and not many people would have been comfortable with online shopping, it really has changed now, so that well over half of all purchases now are made through online shopping. So yeah, when you're chatting to your community and your players and your parents, there'll be much more opportunity for them to get online cashback and be familiar with it than they would have been a couple of years ago. So some of our bigger retailers and ones that tennis clubs really work with is eBay. eBay is an incredible retailer that we work with, and they provide a donation back when you buy anything through them. Obviously, you can buy really specific equipment through eBay, so that might be tennis shoes, might be tennis balls. It could be anything that, if you're buying new nets or anything to paint your courts, then again, eBay is a great option for that. But it's not just about those sports purchases, it's those everyday things that you buy. So anything you might buy through Amazon. We've constantly got an Amazon person coming to our house and bringing parcels. I'm sure many of you are the same over Christmas. Just Eat, if you're having a nice treat on a Friday night, the takeaway, you can get donations, and some of that will go back through to obviously your takeaway, but also then you'll have that donation that will go to your tennis club. Some other really nice ones, if you're buying some nice gifts, not on the high street, it's a really nice one. I use that over Christmas. And then we've got some of the bigger ones with booking.com. So actually when you're maybe traveling for a competition, or if you're taking a group of tennis players away, you can use booking.com and get some really nice donations. So I think they're up to 4% on booking.com at the moment. I'll check that when we go on platform and have a quick look. But booking.com obviously is a huge retailer, and those are big purchases that you're making through them. So even a small percentage of that purchase going through to your club could make a big difference. So how does Easy Fundraising work? So the first thing to say is you do need to create a fundraising page for your club. And as you see from the QR codes and from the registration page I'm going to show you in a moment, it's super simple to do. You just provide us with a little bit of information. So what you're fundraising for, the name of your club, and then we build your fundraising page. That's done instantly, so you can start fundraising straight away. The second thing to do, once you've registered and you've got your registration page, is ask your supporters to use it when they shop online. So when you have your registration page. You can send that out to your community, and again, I'll show you how to do that in a moment when I go on to Easy Fundraising. And you can send that far and wide and ask people to shop for you when they are making those purchases online. When they shop, so if I bought something through Amazon, the retailer that they've worked with, the retailer that they've bought with, sends a little bit of a thank you back to the tennis club via Easy Fundraising for saying thank you for shopping with that retailer. There is no extra cost on that purchase. That comes as a kind of reward, as a thank you from the retailer on top of whatever that person's bought. So there is no additional expense for that person buying whatever it might be, their takeaway, their washing machine, those tennis balls, those new trainers. They will be exactly the same price as if they bought them through Easy Fundraising, or if they bought them direct through just Google searching or just quickly finding it on their phone. As I said, there are 3 different ways to use Easy Fundraising. First one is our most traditional one, which is our website. So again, I'm going to show you the website in a moment. This is our one that historically has been the way in which people shop online. Is you would get your computer out, you would dive onto whichever website it was, make that purchase through the laptop or through your desktop PC and do it that way. But as I'm sure many of you are aware, app and mobile shopping is steadily overtaking website and online shopping through computers and desktops. So we've got an incredible Easy Fundraising app, and I really would suggest making sure you get the Easy Fundraising app downloaded as soon as you've got your registration page, because you can manage every part of your club from the app now. It's absolutely brilliant. And the final thing is our donation reminder. So this is a really handy online plugin. So you can put that onto your browser, so it works with your computer. So if you're looking for a retailer, or if you're buying something and you forget to go to Easy Fundraising first, the donation reminder will really, it will track that donation for you. It'll give you a handy little pop-up just to say, there's a donation here. Please do activate it. And you'll see it's a super simple way to not forget about Easy Fundraising, and also it'll remind you of retailers that you may not have been aware are with Easy Fundraising. We're adding retailers all the time. We're over 6,000 now, so to be aware of all of those is impossible, really. So the donation reminder is a handy little tool to be able to help your club not forget. Just see, I've got something in here in the chat from Amanda. Do you have to be a registered charity? Absolutely not. So to register with Easy Fundraising, you just have to have, we'd say, charitable aims, really. So whether or not you're providing, you don't have to be a charity. You could be a cask, you could be a CIC, you could be an unconstituted body. What we will do as part of your registration journey is just ask you a little bit about what you're fundraising for, and as long as that's got a positive outcome, then we'll accept you as a cause onto Easy Fundraising. Amanda says they're a small club. That's brilliant. We want to really help you out as much as we can, Amanda. So yeah, please do get signed up. And yeah, the fact that you're a small club makes no difference in terms of the registration. We support you the same. You might be asked as part of your registration if you are a charity or not, and that's because some of our retailers have different cashback amounts and different services for charities. So you may be aware of Amazon. They have their own thing for charities. We work really closely with Amazon to make sure that that works seamlessly with Easy Fundraising. So don't worry, however your club is constituted, or if it even is constituted, it doesn't matter. You can still get involved with Easy Fundraising. So how to get set up, and I've probably said it a few times already, I won't bang on too much, but this is your registration page, and it's super simple to sign up. So you can either visit the link here, easyfundraising.org.uk. I will pop that into the chat as well at the end, so you can click through to that. If you Google Easy Fundraising and LTA, it'll also come up there as well. Also, the QR code will be on later on in the session as well. So once you've done that registration, this is the page that you will receive. So you can see this is Bramwell Lane Lawn Tennis Club. They've raised £1,300. They've got 54 supporters. And this is the page that you can then share with your community. So this will obviously have its own unique link. And you can put that into your group chat. You can put that out on Facebook. And we give you all the messages ready to do that at the click of a button. And again, I'll show you in a moment how to do that on Easy Fundraising. So I'm just going to stop there for a second and breathe. And I'm just going to see if are there any other questions? Is there anything people would like to say? I notice we've got one more person joined us as well. So hi, Fiona. Welcome aboard. I should say we are recording the session. So if you missed any at the start, don't worry, we've got that all recorded for you. Any questions from you, Ian?
No, all good, Ben. All good. I'll try and answer the chat for you as well, so you know it's like putting your eyes across everything.
Don't worry, I'm used to it by now. It's fine. Cool. So what I'm going to do now, really simple. Oh, just noticed we have got a chat. Oh, there you go. Ian's just popped the link in for us there. That's brilliant. Cheers, Ian. Oh, I've just got a question from Judy. Yeah, so Judy's asked, if people buy through Easy Fundraising, this appears to be another layer for people to have to go through. It is, and I'll be honest, it is a little bit of a behavioural change that we're asking people to do, but it is worth it for obviously that one step further in your shopping journey will generate income for your club. So that's what's really important as an admin and as somebody sharing that message with the club, that to say that it is worth that extra 2-second step to just visit Easy Fundraising to start with. Not only will they get cash back, they can also get some really nice offers as well. So we have our own cashback, our own offer codes that we have on site. We have competitions. There's loads and loads of things going on that make it really worthwhile making that purchase through Easy Fundraising, and making that extra step really worthwhile. I should say that's a really good thing for the donation reminder as well. So if you have the donation reminder, you don't even have to visit Easy Fundraising. You could just go, if I was buying a washing machine, I could go straight to AO and buy my washing machine. It would just ask me if I want the donation or not. So it really will, that donation reminder can really help you to do that. Fiona, do you have examples? Another question, do you have examples of specific causes where clubs have achieved their fundraising goal? Absolutely, Fiona. And this year, we're especially making a point to really pull some of those stories out for tennis clubs. So over the last week, I've been contacting our most successful tennis clubs and some clubs last year who've just started fundraising with us, just to get a few of those stories. I've got 3 here. So I've got Finton-on-Sea, who raised £440, £446 in the last 5 months. We've got Brookman's Park Lawn Tennis Club, they raised 443. Macintosh Tennis Club, they raised 420 in the last 5 months. So they're raising nearly £100 a month without too many supporters. They haven't got huge amounts of supporters, and they're quite new to Easy Fundraising. So it's one of those things that can really be a nice way of getting that bit of funding for maybe some of the littler things that are just tricky to get funds for. So it might be looking to subsidise membership for certain members. It could be if you wanted to just replace a set of kit for school visits. We've had some tennis clubs do that. So Fiona will be sharing loads of those messages throughout the year. And also we're going to be doing some workshops with tennis clubs. So again, we're inviting some of the tennis clubs who've been working with Easy Fundraising for some years to come and share their experience of it. So I'm glad you're on board for that, Fiona. So yeah, it'd be nice if you can join us for those workshops over the year to hear how tennis clubs have done it themselves as well. So I'm going to share, I'm just going to dive onto Easy Fundraising. So excuse my slides flicking through. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you exactly what the website looks like. And I think it's probably the easiest way to kind of show you how Easy Fundraising works for you and for your supporters. So this is Easy Fundraising. So this is the site live right now. You could sign in and have a look. You'll see the same sorts of things as me on here. This is a logged in page. So this is my supporter page. So this is what you as an admin will see. This is what your shoppers will see. So they can start their journey here. We'll usually have some donation offers on here and some kind of extra things that we have. You'll see we've got some offers on January sales. I should say, can you see? I don't think you can see it. Can you see that? I'm just waiting for you. Ian, can you just give me a thumbs up? Yeah,
cool. That's all good, Ben.
It wasn't giving me the red circle around the thing, so I was slightly panicking there. So you can see on here we've got travel lodges giving up to 2% donations. But if I wanted to buy something, so let's have a look at my donations. A bit of a sneak peek into my shopping. You'll see here I've got a Lego one. I've got ASOS. and you'll see that they're pending because, especially with ASOS, people buy things and return them all the time. And this one's quite a recent one. So for Lego, that's a Valentine's present for my wife. Hope she doesn't overhear me. But for Lego, when I wanted to buy that, I actually did it through the app. So I did it even quicker through my phone, but I'll show you how it would work through the website. So I can just type the retailer into here and it will give me the options for the retailer that I want. I could also go in here and find it. And if, for instance, if I was looking to buy gifts and flowers, maybe something else I wanted to buy for Valentine's, or maybe a service for my car or something nice for the garden, I can do that as part of the drop downs here and just have a look through the retailers that Easy Fundraising supports. But for this particular purchase, I knew I wanted to buy her some Lego, so I just went through. I went through straight to Lego, shop now, and away I go. That's it. That's my donation track. I actually raise funds for my friend's football club, so I know that actually making that extra step will be really worthwhile. Them buying their new kit. They're buying their new kit exclusive to Easy Fundraising this year. They're a brand new team, so it's really helped them to get up and going. So for making this purchase, I now just do exactly what I would normally do with my purchase. So I buy whatever it is that I want to buy. As soon as I check out, the retailer then communicates with Easy Fundraising and tells us how much you've paid. We don't see what you've bought. We don't see the items. We just simply see the value of what you've bought. And that cashback amount is worked out between us, and that is paid to your cause, to your tennis club. So you can see I get a nice little notification to say that I've been there. Also recently I used Currys. Also recently I used eBay as well. So you see a few of the top retailer deals on there, but it's super simple to do. Another one that I used earlier on in the year was AO. Unfortunately had to buy a new washing machine. So again, I can just visit the retailer, have a look at the donations that they've got. You can see on here 2% on freeview boxes, care packs, freezers, 2% on everything. It doesn't matter which one of these buttons you click, it will take you through and track regardless of which button you use. So again, I could just go and buy my washing machine or buy whatever it is I want to buy on here, new PC, make that checkout, make that purchase, and then that is tracked back to my club. I don't have to allocate that funding. I don't have to do anything as a shopper. I simply just have to visit Easy Fundraising and then shop, and it's tracked back to my club. I don't have to do any additional admin to allocate it or anything like that. We make it super simple for your club. So I'm just going to pause there really quickly just to see if there's any specific questions around shopping. After that, if there's no questions there, I will actually just show you quickly how to promote your cause and show you some of the tools and some of the things that we've got on site to really help your club to maximize it. So I've got a question from Judy. If there's an issue with what has been purchased, do you still have the customer right to go direct to the retailer for any problems, or are waters muddied by buying through Easy Fundraising? Brilliant question, really good question. It's exactly the same purchase as if you made it through AO or Lego or any of those retailers. It's exactly the same. It's not muddied at all. This is a marketing tracking kind of channel for the retailer. So they just know that you came through Easy Fundraising. Your purchase isn't no customer right to go direct to them. You go direct to the retailer regardless of what purchases you make. Yeah, it's really simple. If you bought a holiday through TUI and through Easy Fundraising, you have a relationship with TUI and not Easy Fundraising for that purchase. It's just that we have a cashback relationship rather than anything associated with that actual purchase. No, that's an excellent question. You know what? Out of all the webinars I've done, that is the first time somebody's asked that, and it's a brilliant question. I'm going to pop that on our frequently asked question because I think it's a really nice one to ask. If you return, Amanda's just asked, if you return items, presumably the donation is withdrawn. For the majority of the retailers, yes. Yeah, there would be. That's why you'll see for many of them it is pending for me, especially people like ASOS and retailers like ASOS. Because the nature of that purchase is that people buy 2 or 3 tops or t-shirts and return certain items. So actually cashback is just worked out with that retailer a month after your purchase. Also for travel, travel will not be paid until the day of travel. So if I was to buy a really nice big holiday for next year, which would be a lovely thought, wouldn't it? If I was to buy that through Easy Fundraising, that would be pending until I travelled. So again, for the same reason that if I was to kind of cancel that holiday, or that holiday was to be cancelled on me by COVID or anything like that, then that purchase would be obviously there is no purchase there for the retailer to there's no money, no transaction happening. I should say Easy Fundraising, because of the size we are, I should say we're the UK's largest cashback provider for good causes. We actually do pay out some of our retailers' donations before we receive the funding, just because we know that they will happen eventually, but we don't want you to wait 8 months for them. So we do actually pay some donations before the retailers confirm them with us, just because we'd rather a quicker transaction for you. So I'm just going to dive into promote my cause now. So obviously your club is set up with Easy Fundraising. Let's assume you've signed up now, and that you've got your registration page for your club. You're all ready to go. You're excited. You need a bit of fundraising for some new tennis nets. This is the next step you need to do to really get you moving forward and get that fundraising started for you. So at the top of every page, every person at Easy Fundraising has this promote my cause section. And the button here, this big pink button, if you click that, you'll see it takes you through to our fundraising toolkit. This is our I suppose area in which we put every bit of information that you could ever possibly need to share with your community. It is a little bit overkill at the moment, and we're just doing some insight into what people use on here. We're just trying to streamline it a little bit. But the first thing for your club is this get started section. So the first thing I'd say is just start here, click on the find out more, and this is the first step for you as your club. As I said before, each of your club will have your unique cause page link, and that is your registration page for your club. If ever you need that for any reason, if ever you need that for any reason, it is here, and you can find that here. The second thing is that we have free coaching for every single one of our clubs. So you can at any time get a coaching call, get a little bit of extra support from our coaching team. We've got a full-time staff team who 7 of our coaches now who just spend all of their time on the phone talking to our clubs and our causes, just helping. So if ever you do want a bit of extra support, and I'd suggest at the start of your Easy Fundraising journey, even with this webinar, I'd book a coaching call, and you can do that here as well. And then the first thing to really shout about Easy Fundraising is your messages to share on here. So this is your share to social channels. So you can just click post to Facebook, and that will share this message. So you'll see this is my friend's football club. We registered Telford Ajax with Easy Fundraising, which means that over 6,000 shops and sites will now donate to us for free every time you use Easy Fundraising. And this is the link that person needs to click to then sign up as a shopper. So for your club, this will automatically populate with your club name, your club link, and you can just post that straight to Facebook. Or Twitter or WhatsApp. I know a lot of clubs use WhatsApp as a membership group, or even parents groups, just to keep those contacts safe, so you can share direct to WhatsApp. And that's been the thing I've seen clubs do the most really when they start off, is just click that WhatsApp share. And if you do a club email or even newsletter or a virtual notice board, you can, again, there's plain text copy here if you want a little bit more information to share that. And we've also got some website tools. So again, if you've got a club page, a place where people might book courts, or if people can just find out a little bit more about the fixtures or things that are going on, you can use the website tools there to put banners and to put images, just to remind people to shop through Easy Fundraising for your club. There are loads and loads of different messages on here, and we do use promote my cause. I should say it's always at the top of the page, and it's always a nice big pink button. So if ever you get lost for any reason, it's always up at the top there. We do update our monthly messages as well. So you'll see at the moment for 2022, we've got a lovely fundraising toolkit that people can download. We've got post-lockdown fundraising, some messages around that. And this time of year, believe it or not, is the biggest time of year for people to book travel. And we were a little bit unsure if people were going to be doing that this year, but from what we can see, people are 100% booking travel. for this year and for next. So you'll see this is an example of the sort of things that you'll be able to access as soon as you've signed up. So we have Facebook images, we have posters, we have A3 posters if ever you want to print something off and put it in a notice board. Again, you can do that on here. There is, as a cause as well, quite a bit of information that you can access. So you can, as a cause, find out exactly how much you fundraise. You can find out who's your top fundraisers. You can find out as well, you can design specific messages to manage support communication. So you'll see I am an admin of a cause. So this was, and I will be doing it next year. This is when I was looking to fundraise for Wellchild to do a bike ride around London. But you can see as an admin, I can actually manage the communications that go to all of my supporters. So you'll see really quickly, I can edit the message that they get as a new supporter when they sign up. I can edit the message that they receive when they do their first donation, and I can add messages when they do certain milestones. So it's really worth doing that if you're just to help with your admin. You don't have to message any of your supporters, and it's all automatically done through Easy Fundraising. It will be done anyway, but just having these ability to kind of edit the message makes it really specific to somebody. So when we had that question earlier, like why should I take that extra step on my shopping journey? If actually they receive a message say thank you, that's just helped us put a new a lick of paint on the changing rooms, or that's really helped us buy new balls for all of our junior sessions. Just having that little bit of specific information can go a huge way. So I'm just going to dive back into the presentation now, unless anyone's actually, I'm just going to pause a second to see if anyone has any questions in terms of anything else they'd like to see on the site, anything else they'd like to see on Promote My Cause. One other thing I do get questions sometimes is around our privacy policies. And just heads up that we do have all of our privacy policies on the bottom of the website here. If for any reason you would like to see those, they're all here and they're all very clear and transparent. And we take data protection and your privacy extremely seriously. So yeah, never fear. All of that information is available for you if you'd like to see that. Oh, one other thing as well at the very bottom, they've hidden it down here. If you are presenting this back to a group within your club, maybe you have to take this to a committee meeting to get signed up first. There is a presentation on here, so you can download that. Obviously, you'll have the slides from this as well, and feel free to use the slides that I send through, or send them this recording. But there is a booklet and slides on here as well if you want to have a look at that. So Judy, how much time does it take to manage the system, or is that dependent on number of supporters you have? It really doesn't take any time at all, Judy, in terms of management of the system. So everything will happen. If you did nothing other than just share your message, everything will be picked up by Easy Fundraising. So as soon as you've signed up, what we will say is, as an admin, what we'd expect is a message that will go out to your club. Our successful clubs tell us they do something every week. That might be a bit much for your clubs, and maybe every other week. And just promoting that message, say, look, don't forget that we have Easy Fundraising. It is free funding for our club, and here's how you sign up and use it. So please use those messages. But in terms of admin, there really is none. You set up your payments, and we'll automatically pay your club as soon as you've raised over £15. So there really is no admin from your side of things. Obviously, the more you can be proactive with Easy Fundraising, and the more you can share messages, the more you can thank your supporters. Maybe you'll have a look across your supporters list and just say, you'll just see that somebody's done particularly well, maybe mention that to them at the club. Those sort of things can go a really long way. But it's super simple. And I should say now, I'll show you on the presentation in a moment, but you can manage everything and communication with your club through the app. So it's as simple as just jumping on the app quickly and just having a quick look through, just to see how people have fundraised for you, see how things are going. It's super simple. So how to raise as much as possible. So I've touched on many of these things here, so I won't go over them too much. But the first thing, and I mentioned it in Promote My Cause, is that free one-to-one support, and it's our coaching support. So you do have that specialist fundraising expert available to book a session that suits you. That could be early in the morning, it could be late at night. Please do have a look if you feel like you'd want a coaching call, and I really would encourage you to do that. Spreading the word, obviously you've got your promote my course section, that big pink button at the top of the website, and that's, as I mentioned, Judy, that's the admin that kind of is led by however much that your club would like to do. So how many messages you can share out to your community, whether or not that's putting up a poster, that's the admin. It is very much front heavy. And maybe reminding people at peak shopping times. So we did loads of promotion with our clubs around November with Black Friday and people shopping for Christmas. So these messages are dead simple for you to be able to just click on it and get that message out to your community, because we know that this you have loads and loads and loads of things to do running a tennis club. This is something that we want to sit alongside your fundraising, that will be there as a simple option for you to do, and that will give you a nice bit of cash back throughout the year that you can then use for whatever that nice to have sort of thing for your club. And this, as I said, this is how you can manage your club and all admin directly through the app. You'll see this is my colleague Roisin's. I've had to steal hers as she's an admin for a club for her guides group. But this the fourth section along here is the communication tool. And you can actually now communicate directly with your supporters direct from the app. So you can talk to them and your supporters choose how much they want to be communicated to, and privacy permissions and all that on there. Donation reminder, I think I've covered off pretty well, but all I will say is that you can get it from the bottom of the web page. There is a click there. It's also on the top banner of the website, and that does sit on your internet browser. It works with all internet browsers, and you can, I'd very much encourage you to do that. Our supporters who have the donation reminder raise on average 3 times more than somebody who doesn't. So please do get that. It's caught me loads of times where I forgot that there's a retailer. And it's literally just a nice little pop-up, a nice little reminder just to say, get that donation. It's so handy to have that. And then final message from me is kind of just pointing a spotlight on where those big donations are. So one of the first things, this is a bit of a dual one. So the first thing is household bills. So throughout the lockdowns, we've seen people reflect on how much they're paying for their energy, how much they're paying for their broadband, their phone, all of those services that we have. And we do and should regularly switch our providers. So you can do that through Easy Fundraising. We have switching services, and we work with all the major energy providers and switching services that you can go through, and you will get some nice big cashback donations for those for switching your energy provider. So it's worth just reminding when you are set up, reminding your supporters that actually don't forget, if you are switching your broadband provider, then do it with Easy Fundraising to start with, because your club could very easily get £40 to £50 just from that person doing that. Also mobile phones, people switch their mobile phone every 18 to 24 months now. Again, you can get £60 to £70 for your club for every person who switches their mobile phone. So if you had 10 people in your club just switch their mobile phone, which everyone will be at some point throughout the year or the couple of years, if you get them to start their journey with Easy Fundraising, then that's a really nice bit of funding for your club, just for something that somebody is doing anyway. And the second thing here, as I said, it's a bit of a dual one, is also the competitions that we run. So you'll see here it says win a £500 donation. So that was from October. This slide's from October. We gave away a £500 donation to somebody who'd used Easy Fundraising to switch one of their household bills. In November we gave away £40,000 on our spin to win. So every supporter could come onto the website and spin our wheel and win something between 10p and £10 every day in November. So we gave away £40,000 to our good causes through that. And then we had our advent calendar at Christmas, which was phenomenal. We gave away £11,000 on Christmas Day to one cause. So I'd encourage, I was hoping a tennis club would win that one. It would have been a lovely story to share, but it went to a WI, it went to a women's institute. So they've got a nice £10,000 donation and a John Lewis voucher to spend. Second thing is is vacations and staycations. I mentioned previously, and you saw on the promote my course section that travel is huge at the moment. You can get some really big donations. I think TUI is 4%. I think Booking.com is 4%. So if you are buying a big family holiday, imagine spending £1,000 or £2,000 on a holiday. 4% going back to the tennis club can make a big difference. And again, if you're looking to doing trips across the UK, using Trainline, Booking.com, Voucher, again, another one people are traveling with quite a bit, then you can use those. You can use Easy Fundraising to book your club travel and get a nice bit of money back for the club at the same time. And then the final thing is business buy-in. Now, this is the absolute game changer. Whenever we see a club go from kind of a couple of £100 a year to thousands and thousands a year, it is always a business buyer that has done it. So our tennis clubs usually will look across their members and have a think about anyone who might make purchases on a day-to-day basis for a business. So that could be travel, that could be Viking, stationery, that could be insurances, that could be flights, that could be anything. We also have RS Components, who are an electrical components provider. I saw a football club this week have raised £800 just by shopping through RS Components, because one of the dads on their football team is an electrician. So there's so many opportunities for a business to be able to put their spending through Easy Fundraising and allocate that funding to your tennis club. So have a think about your network and have a think about the people who are in and around your club, maybe on your supporters, maybe people who may have bought tables to dinners or to event ceremonies. We've seen that sponsorships are less and less available this year. People seem to have less money to be able to put towards kind of cash towards sponsors, or have boards around courts or in clubhouses. So actually, this is a way that a business can get involved that isn't going to cost them anything. It won't cost them a single penny more on their shopping. So I've got Judy, I have a business. Are HP on your list? HP are on our list. So yeah, get HP are on there, I'm pretty sure. I will check as soon as I finish this one, Judy, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 3.5%.
I'm pretty sure. I think they had a banner up last month. So yeah, so there you go, Judy, straight away. Is that a good one for you, Judy? Oh, there you go. She put great. So that's it, and it is worth thinking about those people in your network who can shop for you, and ask them, put it as part of your sponsorship packages, sponsorship providers. So if you are sending things out to people to say, actually, can you shop for us, then please do have a look and promote my cause, because there's already pre-written copy there for you. One new thing that Easy Fundraising have and developed over the last year as well is we've also got a member of our team now who's our business specialist. So if you work with any big businesses and you feel like they can really benefit and would like to do a lot for your tennis club, then just give me an email and I'll happily get Steve involved, who's our business specialist, who can go into that business and really spend a bit of time with them, seeing how they can help support their own fundraising needs, but also the fundraising needs of your club as well. So last couple of bits from me. Hopefully you should be able to, you're following along. Ian, you should know all these as well by now. You've seen my webinar a few times. So will it cost us anything? No. Hopefully everyone knows that. It won't cost you anything. You will be paid. Oh, I'll come back to paying, but it will not cost you anything. We do not charge you to take your money out. We do not charge you to become a member. We don't charge you anything additional on your purchases. So you're probably asking yourself, the next one, how is Easy Fundraising funded? So we have a relationship with our retailers, and they pay us when we meet thresholds for fundraising. So for AO.com, once we reach a certain threshold, a certain amount of people who come through the platform to them, they actually pay us a cash back that way. Some of our retailers do pay us a proportion of your donation that you've generated. However, what you see on the platform is exactly what you get. If it says 4% on Easy Fundraising, your tennis club gets 4%. Easy Fundraising actually takes less of any donation, so the club will always get more than 50% of the donation. And we've actually been able to take less and less and less off donations because we sell other things like our email space, and you'll see on our site we also sell banners. So you'll see those big chunky banners at the top. and we'll work with the retailer and charge them for those. So we try and make our funding that way rather than take anything off your donations. We want to give as much as possible back to causes, because that's why Easy Fundraising was set up. How we paid our donations. So your club is paid through either check or BACS payment, and you can choose entirely how you choose to get that as a club. Once you've met that £15 threshold, you'll be paid at one of our 4 payment windows throughout the year. So every 3 months, we'll pay all of our causes. The next payment window is February. So yeah, we'll be paying out. We paid over £1 million in November to our clubs and our causes. So please do, if you get started now, you'll get a payment in that first payment run, which would be amazing. If you don't meet £15, it just rolls over until you do. And our average supporter raises around £30 a year. That's the other question I get quite a bit, but that's a very low estimate. I've raised probably that in the last couple of months just through ASOS, but that's probably me and my lockdown pounds making me need to buy new clothes. But hey ho, I need to get out and play some tennis in. Do we have to be a charity? As I said before, absolutely not. All tennis clubs are applicable to sign up. And how much can you raise? So as I said, £30 is our very low estimate of per supporter. So if you've got 100 people within your club all raising £30 a year, you don't have to be a maths genius to realise that's going to buy you quite a few tennis balls, or be able to buy you some new nets, or pay for a new coach, or help fund a trip away to a different club. But as you can say, what we will be doing is trying to bring that to life a little bit more over the next year, and just show you really clearly what clubs have been raising, how they've done it, and help them talk and ask them to talk through exactly what it's done for their clubs. We have clubs that raise thousands and thousands and thousands per year, but it's very easy for your club to raise £500 a year. That's all I will say. It's really easy for your club to raise £500, and I think that's a nice target to have as your kind of initial startup for the Easy Fundraising. So give it a go. It's unrestricted, so you can raise as much as you can. So if we've got Judy buying her HP computers through there, could be thousands and thousands and thousands. It is completely unrestricted. It's really simple to set up, as hopefully you've seen today, and it's free funds, nothing to lose. Even if you raise kind of £20–30 just from making the odd few Amazon purchases this year, then that's £30 more that's in your club account than there wouldn't have been before. So thank you so much for this evening. I'm just going to open up to questions now and pass back to Ian as well, and see if there's anything else there. But as I said before, here's your link at the top. Please do get signed up, and here is my email address. If ever you need any help, support, additional information, you want a new image designed, you want anything whatsoever, just ping me a quick message and I'm happy to help. If you're looking to pitch that back to your club and you want some slides or you want some additional copy or information, just let me know, and we really are here to help as much as we can. Just have a quick look in the chat.
Ben, did you answer the one about the app?
Oh, I didn't know. I missed that one. Sorry.
Okay, so as a user, should I download the app and as an admin, or is it the same app for a user and an admin?
Yeah, exactly the same. So just as an admin, it will open up an extra tab for you at the bottom. Yeah, but yeah, just download. It's all one app on the App Store and the Google Play Store. I'll be honest, it is absolutely amazing, the app. I know I have to say that, but we recruited a new app specialist just before lockdown, and they really took it on board to kind of break some really new ground with the app, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's so easy to use. One thing that clubs have really liked is that there's the QR code for your club to sign up. So if you go in the app, you can go on Promote My Cause in the app, or the Promote tab, and it will actually have a little QR code, and that's your club's page. So you can show other people at the club, and they can just scan it with their phone, and it'll take them straight through to the club registration page.
And obviously, huge popularity with QR codes since COVID. So.
Would you believe that I got told QR codes were dead? I used them about 2 years ago, and somebody told me that they were dead. I was like, ha!
They've made a comeback.
They have, unfortunately. So Judy said, thank you very much. Good, please send the recording or notes as we'll need to pitch the club. Yeah, Judy, I'll be sending those over tomorrow, so we just have to wait a little bit for the recording to render with Zoom. I'll send that over. before lunchtime. If you want to pitch it to the club, you need any help, just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to join you if you need. Just let me know. Obviously virtually, depends where you are. If you're in Telford or in the Midlands, happy to join you.
Great stuff. I mean, feel free to pop any questions in there for Ben, but I'll just take the opportunity to just say thanks, Ben, for your delivery tonight.
No problem.
Despite obviously the fact I've seen the webinar before, I always come away learning something new as well, and something that I might have forgotten. Donation reminder is always the one that gets me. So yeah, thank you. And obviously, Ben said that he'll send the presentation slides through, so you'll have all the information. I'll put the link in for the LTA sign up page one last time into the chat. And obviously do visit the website for any future webinars that we might be running, and the venue newsletters for more information on easy fundraising, really. So we'll keep promoting that, the workshops, and any of the case studies that Ben alluded to in the presentation. But all that's left for me is just thanks for joining, and wish you a very good evening.